Welcome back to Carl's Place. If you're watching this video, you've likely purchased one of the most affordable and professional looking golf enclosure setups that are on the market. The Carl's Place Pro Golf Enclosure is made to withstand commercial use, as well as look nice enough to put inside of a commercial setting or high-end home. If you haven't made your purchase yet, no worries. This video will show you how easy it is to have a brag-worthy setup for your golf enclosure in your own home or your establishment. In this section, we'll cover the items that you've received with your Pro Enclosure order. In your kit, you've received the pre-cut and marked structural 1.5-inch pipes and their steel pipe connector fittings, a ceiling panel, left and right wall panels, and your impact screen, a large floor bumper, ceiling bumper, and a pair of mitered wall bumpers, 6-inch bungees and zip ties, and the optional projector mount and vinyl ceiling baffles. Your 1.5-inch pipes come pre-labeled and marked for the correct insertion depth from Carl's Place. If you elected to purchase your own pipes, please be sure to label and mark your pipes for ease of assembly. A couple tools that'll help you during your assembly process would be a 6mm hex bit socket key, or preferably a ratchet, an 8-foot stepladder, and a friend willing to help out. In this section, we'll cover a few tips for the general assembly of your frame. Included with your manual will be an insert that shows the dimensions of your frame. Construct the frame to the specifications unique to your order provided on the insert. The enclosure frame consists of aluminum pipes held together by steel pipe fittings forming a cube shape, reaching a wide variety of widths, depths, and heights. Throughout the installation, you'll be using ball bungees to attach the panels to the frame. The ball bungees are easily installed by inserting the loop end of the bungee through the grommet until the ball stops it, and then wrapping the loop around the frame tubing, locking it around the ball. In this section, we'll cover the steps needed to install your ceiling panel. Orient the ceiling panel so the hook and loop faces upwards and the attached flaps are located on the underside of the panel facing down. The side without a flap aligns to the back end of the frame where the screen will go. Begin by connecting the corners of the ceiling panel to the frame by attaching the 2 corner grommets in each corner. Work diagonally to evenly tension the panel. Once the 4 corners are attached, continue to alternate corner to corner, adding the bungees down the sides until finished and at the center of each side. You should see an equal amount of space between the edges of the panel and the pipe all the way around the frame. Zip ties are provided and can be used to close the gap between the panel and the frame. Use a zip tie anywhere that the gap is over 2 inches for a better fit. This should only be necessary in the corners of the panels, if even at all. Fold the attached flap over the front of the frame and attach it to the top ceiling panel using the hook and loop strips. Leave the side flaps, as we'll get to those ones later. If you purchase vinyl baffles, they will attach to the top of the frame. If you didn't pick up baffles for your enclosure, you'll skip this step. Hang them with the mat side facing your golfer and the front of the frame. Insert the loop of cord from the baffle through the net near the edge of the frame and attach using a bungee. Baffles can be spaced any preferred distance away from the screen, but we do recommend spacing them about 1 to 1.5 feet apart from each other. In this section, we'll cover the sidewall panels installation. To install the sidewalls, remove the L bracket on the front of your frame from the bottom pipe and thread the sleeve of the wall onto the pipe. Be sure to check the pipe and remove any burrs to ensure that the sleeve doesn't catch on any sharp ends. With the top flap oriented so it will be on the outside of the frame after installation, open the ending of the sleeve and scrunch the fabric over the pipe. Once the material is over the bottom and front pipes, reinstall the L fitting and attach the hook and loop strip that wraps around it. With the L fitting reinstalled, attach the front sleeve to the top of the frame and secure it with bungee. Stretch the bottom of the sleeve to the back and secure it with 1 bungee. Alternate from top and side while adding more bungees until all of the grommets are attached to the frame. Repeat the previous steps to install the opposite wall panel. Due to the difference in elasticity between the wall panel fabric and the reinforced vinyl edges, you may need to apply extra tension in the corner grommet to straighten out any sharply curving edges. You can also use the zip tie method to help remedy this. It is normal for there to be a gap between the panel and the frame, and for it to vary across the depth and height of the frame. When attaching the flaps around the frame, the order in which you do so is important. Working from the center outward, use the flaps attached to the underside of the ceiling panel to stretch and attach it to the wall panels using the hook and loop strips. Next, use a flap attached to the outside of the wall to cover the frame by stretching it over and attaching it to the top of the ceiling panel. This flap also includes a formed cover that wraps around the front corner of the frame, hiding the corner fitting. In this section, we'll cover the steps needed to hang your impact screen. With the hook and loop strips facing the inside of the frame, install the screen by using the corner grommets and bungees. Be sure to work corner to alternating corner and keep it as centered in the frame as possible while you work your way around the screen. In this section, we'll cover the installation of the foam cushions. There are 3 different sizes of impact cushions included with the enclosure. The widest cushion is attached to the bottom of the screen using the hook and loop strips. The remaining square cut cushion closes the top corner between the screen and the ceiling. The last 2 mitered cushions hide the corners between the screen and the wall panels. And it's that easy. Now you have a professional setup in your own home or establishment. All you need to do now is set up your projector, your hitting mat or turf, and your tracking system, and you're ready to start swinging clubs.
Hey, thanks for watching our videos. If you'd like to stick around and see more, subscribe by clicking on our logo. For related content, we put a couple extra videos over on the left side of the screen for you. For any of the products that we discussed in our video today, links as always are in the description down below. I'm Ethan with Carl's Place. I'll see you later.